Hi, I'm Jeff Akers, and I'm here to speak to you about my experience with Lux Maverick. I come from a small town, a hockey town, used to having athletics, football, hockey, skiing, snowboarding, and over the period of years, I've had quite a few injuries. I've also experienced breaking my neck in 5 places and breaking my back. I've had foot surgery, and so I've got quite a few different things going on in the body where one injury affects the other injury. Of course, the back injury affects the legs, the feet, and the knees, and then the neck injury. At one time, I was paralyzed, which was a panic for me. The left side didn't work. I'm a musician and a creative and a filmmaker, so not being able to have complete use of my left hand because of nerve damage was, of course, to say, freaking me out. So I've had several different surgeries, and I've gone through the whole process of learning to walk again, the whole process of learning to live my life with all these barriers and all these things that you cannot do. And I made up my mind, I think, after the injury, that I just was not going to accept living the rest of my life handicapped. So I went on the quest, trying almost everything from being electrocuted to TENS units to all different herbs and different stretching techniques and yoga and hot yoga. You name it, I've tried it. And after quite a few years of suffering and pain and doing surgery, I just came to the place where I started on a spiritual journey of asking God and praying to be able to have a part of my life back. I know this is kind of long, but I'm going to tell the whole story so you get the dynamic of it. In the process of that, I started helping other people and going into different countries. And there I was always amazed at how people who had so much less were still able to be productive. So my quest was, and my prayer was, God help me more so that I could do more. And in that process, I still found myself in a discouraging place. So now my faith is challenged, as well as I've utilized, or should I say, used all my resources to kind of shift my life for a better life. Kind of, one of those things where you're just kind of hoping, but you've been with pain for so long, you've accepted that this is it. And then I meet a colleague of mine that tells me about this product and a therapist. And this therapist says, I can fix it. And of course, right off the rip, I'm thinking, this person is crazy. I mean, local, like, who would be in their right mind to say that they could fix something? I've had surgeries. And then it dawned on me, what do you have to lose? So I said, okay, all right, fix it. And I had my first session, and it was my knee. I blew out the meniscus on my knee, and I've been going in and out of pain, and it would swell up, and it seemed like it just was, I couldn't do anything. And it had been over 10 years where every time I tried to do a full day on it, I was limited. Holding a camera and trying to carry cases, I'm limited. So I have to pay more money for someone to do a job that I should be able to do. And I'm doing my job in a tremendous amount of pain. And the therapist, we set up a session, and it was very unconventional because I'm used to going to a clinic and I'm used to going through all the process. They were very professional. They came in, they had me fill out all the paperwork, and they just had a little black bag. And I thought, okay, all right, we'll see. And the first hour was still optimistic. And that the therapist would continue to work and say, how does that feel? And I said, it feels the same. And after about an hour and 30 minutes, the pain had shifted. And I thought to myself, well, no, it just feels different because you keep poking something that's already hurting. So that's really the issue. I'm hurting and you're hurting me more. And she kept smiling. It's okay, because I'm fixing it. I thought to myself, this is getting kind of corny. I got about another 30 minutes and I'm done. And after about 30 more minutes, I stood up and I wasn't in pain. It wasn't the same excruciating pain. Should I say, the pain was much more duller, and so we went on that treatment, the second treatment, and then I woke up the next morning and the swelling, I had like a knot on the side of my knee, the size of a golf ball sticking out, was gone. I thought to myself, how is this even possible? And so, of course, while she's working, she's explaining to me what the body does and how God has designed it to heal and how you have to connect the tissue. And she's talking about scar tissue and damage. And I'm like, look, all that don't make no difference to me. You know, I just want to know, is this going to be sustainable? And of course, by the second session, she was like, oh no, this will fix your body. Your body's designed to fix itself. This will be fixed. And so for me, I think like 4 days after that, I was able to cut my own lawn for the first time in almost 20 years. I cut my own grass. Now, some might say that that's overrated, but for me, this was huge. I mean, I was not in excruciating pain, at least in my knee, but my neck and my back still hurt. So of course, you know, I'm going back, because if you could do that with the knee, then I can't wait to see what goes on with the rest of the things that are wrong. You know, for those that I guess are apprehensive, optimistic, my first question would be to you, really, what do you have to lose? And for me, the value for the life that I have and the things that I can do now, and I'm just halfway through. I'm excited if she can make, this program can make my neck as free as my knee, then I have a whole new lease on life. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful to Lux Maverick. I'm grateful to God for allowing me to connect with someone that would be able to have the skill, the gift, the anointing, whatever you want to call it. I think for me, it's more than just clinical. It's knowing how to connect with that person's injury. Same way with therapists. I've had therapy and had therapists that were horrible, and I just felt left there and felt more depressed and more angry and more frustrated. And I've had therapists that would encourage me, who showed me and who connected with me and allowed me to get at least some relief. So I don't know for who's all watching this and how it will help you, but for me, this has been a life-changing and altering experience, and it's one that's made me happy because now I can do and produce a whole lot more than what I could before. That's it.